Welcome to the Taz Down. It is True Crime Monday. And you know what? I think I missed y'all a little bit since the last time that I was here. I think I did. We had a pretty long week last week, and we did a whole lot of episodes last week. And I hope y'all are able to catch up on some of those episodes because they're pretty good. I'd like to say so myself. On today's episode of True Crime Monday, we will start out with, hey, what's going on, Conversation with Soft Rant? It is Monday. It's True Crime Monday, y'all. That's what's up. What's up? I got a special treat for y'all today. It's not going to be just Big Tez in the building. It's not about to be just me today. I got a special guest for y'all today. It looks like I got two special guests for y'all. It's on today, y'all. We about to have a real good time. But let me start off with what we're going to do today. I'm going to give y'all a little Tez down of the Tez down today. Number one, we're going to talk about Gilbert Arenas and the NBA scandal that's going along with sports and this betting with the mafia and all that. We're going to get some opinions for some of our constituents and some of our family members. Yes, that's right. I said family members. For you that are super happy with some of the channels that we've been promoting for all these years, you'll get to meet one of those people today, somebody who's very near and dear to my heart. And also, we're going to run down the BTK story today, as well as a 17-year-old who thinks that he knows more than everybody else. So we still got random video of the day and then chat Q&A at the end, but this is the beginning of the Tez Down. Let's Tez it down. Let's introduce y'all to our people for the day. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? We're going to bring them to the stage. This is MTG Cash, otherwise known as my little brother. What's going on, Cash? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Hey, thank you for inviting me to the True Crime Monday. You know we here. It's been a long time coming. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long time coming. Shout out to you, Tez. You know, gotta always.
Oh yeah, gotta have the merch on. I appreciate it.
But
I appreciate it.
Like I said, thank you for allowing me to be here.
Joe Jet in the building too. What's up, Joe?
I've been waiting to get on this show, talk all this because I like what y'all be talking about. That's what I'm gonna say.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love everything that you be talking about, the points that you be hitting, and me and you talk daily on things that I gotta let the world know what it is
every single day. So y'all, this is my little brother. I gotta introduce y'all to somebody who is quickly becoming another brother, maybe from another mother. Even though me and my brother got the same mother, we got to introduce y'all to somebody. If y'all not familiar, if y'all haven't been doing what I told y'all to do, and that's going on the No Middleman podcast and seeing one of our constituents, which is Uncle Plug TV. Let's bring Plug in the building. What's up, Plug? How you doing today?
What's happening?
I got Cash. I got Plug. It's a day. We're going to hear about some stuff.
Uncle Plug,
how y'all doing?
Let's get it, man.
What's up,
man? How y'all doing today? I appreciate y'all, brothers. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good?
Man, I'm feeling great, baby.
All right, let's go ahead and check on what these dummies is doing.
Josiah Johnson, we have yet to see Gilbert Arenas, a very tough Thursday for some. Oh, here he comes.
Hey, how y'all doing, baby?
What's up, baby?
Info. Huh?
Inform.
Oh, let's say info. Informant? No. This is lunch.
Informer.
Just got back.
You got a Big Mac in there?
See, I'm the sixth man.
Big Mac with him?
How y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
This is my lunch, man. I ain't get to eat it over there, man. I was talking too much.
Wait,
I got information on the new cake.
what's that, a Danish?
Oh, yeah, got me a little Danish. Hey, man, look, I ain't gonna lie, they treat you good over there. First 48,
So, I'm gonna have to go to Cash first. Cash, now we know that you are one of the biggest Gilbert Arenas supporters and fans that I've ever seen in my entire life. My whole life. You've always been a fan of Gilbert Arenas. What do you think about what's going on here and them saying that Gilbert Arenas is an informant?
Well, one, I think it's funny. I do think it's funny because Gilbert Arenas love to troll people. That's his thing. He gonna troll. But Do I really think he's an informant? No, I don't. He's taking because he got his case going on and he's taking it to trial. So he's not telling. He's taking it to trial, trying to beat it. So that's one reason I don't think he's out here telling. But at the end of the day, Gilbert's a funny person, so he's gonna roll with it. He gonna troll. He gonna act like it. But I don't think he's telling. To be honest.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think Gib telling, man. I would hope not.
Because from the word on the street is that he was down there.
Yeah, he's probably in it. He's probably in it and got away, but I don't think he's telling.
He was known as Agent Zero. Thanks, Joe Jack.
Y'all cold.
And this is the FBI. And he was known as Agent Zero. So are we looking at the fact that this might be his real persona? I mean, we know that Peanut Tillman was an FBI agent, right, Uncle Plug?
Ooh, Peanut bogus.
He was an FBI agent, my brother.
Peanut was an FBI agent. So
yes, sir, he was an FBI agent, my brother. But I got to be honest with you. It's two separate things going on. So I don't think one got to do with the other. Because he was hosting a poker games at his own house, at a home that he don't even live at. So one of his homes was being used as, you know what I mean? Which makes plenty of sense. I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, it makes plenty of sense. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine that mortgage hides mud and the property tax hides the mud. So
you gotta get the money on the side somewhere.
Off top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't put that jacket on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Unless I got firm, solid A1 black and white. You ain't got no black and white.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the story gotta match up on both sides. Because a lot of people try to look into, you know what I'm saying, that world, that's a whole alternate universe over there when it comes to dealing in the underworld. You dealing with the underworld, everything gotta line up because everybody, see, it's been a lot of this going on, Ted, with everybody in these snitching jackets. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again.
These snitching jackets. You know what I mean? But I gotta see depots.
Yeah.
See, I need depots. I need transcripts. I need discoveries before I put that on you now.
I'm saying.
Like being an FN, and they all roll and the snitch roll in the same pocket.
Well, let's see what you got to say about it, Blood.
They give you coffee in it? Give you coffee in it?
He did all that for a Danish.
Look at him.
No, I got Brother Joe.
Okay. With 2 pieces of cheese.
No game around here.
My bad.
The show must go on. Listen, the Blazers wasn't going to win anyway. The last thing they needed was their coach.
We said fire 2 years ago.
Well, that's crazy.
We was screaming it. We were saying fire 2 years ago. They could have saved some money.
Ladies and gentlemen, blessed to have our freedom here at Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog.
Hey, okay. But I want the chat. Hey, put y'all threes in the chat. Watch this for a couple of seconds. But put y'all threes in the chat if y'all think that they dry snitching this whole episode. If they dry snitching the whole episode, put your threes in the chat.
Other side. Huh? It say info. What is it?
Information. Got a lot of information.
Info.
Alas, this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. As I previously told you, I'm merely your host, Josiah Johnson, joined as always by the legend Gilbert Arenas. Next to Gil, bringing his championship experience to the arena, NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young.
I like the other sound effects. When I don't want the.
Now look at the other one.
There you go.
Hey, Swag, I woke up this morning, did not know if you might be making that noise today. Blessed to see you here on the couch. Did not know. A lot of shit going on. Strange things afoot around Adam Silver's National Basketball Association.
Right.
But on this side of the couch, man that goes by many names. Money Making Sonny, Championship Charles, but you know best as Cemetery Larry, NCAA champion of the world, Rashad McCants, back in the arena. Rashad, I know you watched the games last night.
I don't watch shit. I don't know what's going on.
No.
I'm not privy to anything.
right now.
I ain't see shit.
I don't know shit, but y'all gonna find out today, though. Goddamn, I done found out at the same time as everybody else.
And last but not least, representing Tough Crowd University, Mr. Buxton 6, Mr. B. Brandon Jennings back here with us.
Mr. Buxton 6.
It's an all-star
You
panel.
saw Giannis yesterday?
Yeah, it's looking good.
You saw how he came in? Tough crowd down.
Tough crowded.
I wore his shirt, he wore my shirt.
We got a lot of things to discuss. Some things we may not discuss. We shall see. But here's what's
Oh, no,
cracking.
we got something to discuss. Look, I'm good for all the trolling. That's cool, but Rachel Nichols is foul.
What did Rachel Nichols do?
Not Rachel
She used my
Nichols.
video, and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched.
Oh, not Rachel.
Listen, I'm going to troll with the best of them. But to ask that question,
No, she didn't do that.
because then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, 2 of them niggas is gambling on NBA. 1 is throwing poker games and robbing his friends. Gang.
So like Plug said earlier, this is 2 different situations, right? And we also just heard a little bit that we necessarily didn't even need to know.
Yeah.
We didn't need to know that, did we?
Nah.
And that's more like he's confirming it, right? That's more him confirming it, not necessarily him not telling us. That's him confirming that that's exactly what was happening.
Yeah, it do be a little bit too much talking. Don't get me wrong. Some things don't need to be said that they be talking about, and they give it away by the way they say things.
Well, but it is a pod, Cash. It's a pod.
True.
We did a run our mouth and give our opinion. You understand? And what's been said is public knowledge. That's
it's not like he's saying that he done it or Chauncey was doing this and that. He just said, hey, what they saying he did is this and that. So I understand it. I don't feel like to me, I don't feel like he snitched. I ain't gonna even lie.
No, I don't think one got to do with the other. I'm with you, Cash. I don't think one got to do with the other.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, so maybe he's not snitching. Maybe it's maybe it's a mix between the dry snitching and the not dry snitching.
I'm gonna tell on this nigga. Wow, I'm telling on him. Like, you know what I mean? My case is all a whole bunch of Igors, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't like this. What's going on? I see the word mafia.
Yeah.
But the only faces I see is Negroes.
Yeah.
Facts.
Not Crenshaw Mafia.
NBA. You know what I mean? It's NBA. Like, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Like, what's going on here? What y'all going? What the NBA do to y'all?
Brother polite. Brother.
I think about it. It's mafia, but it's just local.
You've been around brother knowledge.
You've been around brother. International crime bosses. Blacks. Hey. Okay.
You need a face.
They don't got jumpers.
You need a face.
They don't got jumpers.
None of them gave Kobe 60.
Look, I watch enough movies to know the last group you want to snitch on is the mafia.
Facts.
Yeah.
Adam Silver, you wasn't gonna open those arenas up as police stations.
Listen, I watch Dateline. They still ain't found people since 1947.
When you seen them?
I like my YouTuber career.
And we enjoyed it as well. Blessed to be employed by the good folks over at Underdog. Woo woo. But we have some. What?
No, is Kwame still out? Because I swore I told on him.
Here we go with the Kwame Brown.
Like Georgia, like he's in your area. Just pull up. You're going to find something. Just pull up. You're going to find something. You're going to find him, his brother, one of them.
All right, what's he doing now, y'all?
Yeah, that's that. Don't get me wrong. That's that dry snitching, pillow talking type
Definitely.
of thing. Yeah, that's definitely that. He talking. Yeah,
and y'all, as y'all are well aware of, he's into it with Kwame Brown.
But we got to remember, too, Gilbert Arenas is not a street nigga. Like, that's not his role. Like, he comes from money, to be honest. He comes from money. So, even with the gun situation that happened back when he was with the Wizards, it was like, yeah, he took that too far because he was messing with a street nigga. And not bringing guns there, now you pulling a person car. Even though you playing, ain't nothing about to happen because y'all all teammates and you actually look out for the dude, but he just take things too far.
Joe Jett said, I don't know what would be exposed, but I saw what Westbrook did in the Laker uniform was evidence to know that the NBA has some gambling going on. Big Skull said, Gil been suspect in my eyes. I always had a feeling he was like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what
I can respect it.
Gil.
Yeah, I can respect
Gil
that.
What I say is don't you ever if you about to do anything that might either toe that line of street shit, don't ever go get a pool table. If you don't know what a pool table is, that nigga square and green.
Oh shit.
Don't ever go get no pool table, bro. Ever.
Nah.
No, you should wear a D-Lo shirt today.
D-Lo. I said
Little
with a D-Lo.
D-Lo,
No, but
yeah.
I don't have a problem with little D-Lo. You got a problem with little D-Lo.
You don't like him.
You know? I don't.
Well, listen,
That's my buddy.
that's my dog.
My guy. That's your
That's my
personal
buddy.
problem. I don't inherit your beef.
That's great.
You know?
Okay, that's cool.
Unless you ask me to.
That's cool. Man.
But I should.
So, all right, y'all. That's gonna be it on the arena. And y'all might be asking, why am I calling it that? It's Gil's Arena, right? Not no more. It's not. It's now called the Arena. It's been purchased by Underdog by 50%. From what Gilbert Arenas says, he gave away 50% of the company to Underdog. Underdog is a notorious gambling company where you can do online bets through your phone or the computer, or even stop in at various sports books that support Underdog gambling. So we're having a gambling probe in a gambling company buys 50% of a former NBA player who is known to gamble with gamblers company, to where it's no longer called Gil's Arena. It is now called The Arena, and the principal is owned by Underdog. Gil says they're 50-50 partners, but Underdog is everywhere all over this show now, and it is now called The Arena, not Gil's Arena. What do y'all think about that?
You know why? You know, with the case going on and
Yes.
everything, it's like, hey, y'all can't take this from me now because it's not mine. It's theirs now. So it's like you really can't take it no more. That was that whole thing. Like, we just gonna save this business. That way they can't come and take it or do whatever they gonna do. Things like that.
Uncle Plug says gambling debts.
That too. Okay, that too. Yeah.
I'm not going from owner to employee.
So that's where it's at. Do you think I don't know the numbers on the deal. I don't think they've been made public yet. But don't you think that they had to offer him a significant amount of money for him to do this?
Yeah.
And you notice what they said. You notice what the host said. He said, "We are now happily employed by Underdog."
That's crazy.
What's up, Billy? Billy said, "Gambling in your face soccer teams over in the UK, it's not right. It's not right." So sports is no longer sports, y'all. Sports is now sports entertainment. And if you look at the bylaws and what it says on the companies, it kind of has been for quite some time.
Yeah, this shit WWE, bro.
You know, you got Saudi Arabia buying everything and buying all the sports, and you can bet on WWE now. Did you know that?
Bro, we just spoke about this yesterday, Ted. Ted, we just talked about this, Ted.
Yes, we did.
Bro, man, I'm telling you, I'm not even taking anybody who's a stud no more, bro. On now parlay, bro.
Let me tell you,
everybody getting. Hey, dog. Now that you can move money, you can move currency, digital currency. Since the introduction of digital currency, bro, that's everybody can be bought, bro, off the tippy. You understand? Like, you got wallets. I can move money digitally through wallets. Look on your betting site. Your betting site say they take Tether, they take Ethereum, they take Bitcoin, they take all of that, bro. They don't know where that came from, bro. That's a what it is, decentralized funds, bro. Like
decentralized funds.
When you got a nigga that can't get 17 yards and used to be a leading rusher in the NFL, you can't get 17 yards.
I got one better for you. I got one better for you.
All right there.
I got one better for you. How is the tallest player in the NBA, that's a starter, not able to get one rebound in 15 minutes of basketball?
That's lame as. But listen, bro. Since betting has started, if you notice, if a guard has more rebounds than a forward or a center, bitch, you know the game rigged, bro.
I watched it happen live. I sent the bet to you and I sent the bet to my brother. Did I not send it to both of y'all? And we both looking at this. I sent it to him too. I said to him too, I am 1 rebound away from cashing out a really, really big paycheck.
Yeah.
And that meant in 15 minutes, he got benched twice in 15 minutes, and on top of it, did not get a single rebound in overtime. Why is that? Why is that, Plug? How is the tallest guy on the basketball court by over a foot not able to get 1 rebound at the free throw line?
Bro.
Yeah, that's that Vegas call. I'm telling
Bruh.
you.
Let me tell you, Plug, I am not 6 feet tall. I am not 6 feet tall. But I will tell you this right now. There is never a time where I did not have the most rebounds in any game that I was in. And it is not because they let me get rebounds. I just happen to have one of the shortest teams in the league.
Because I know how to box.
And I was the strongest guy, so I had to play center.
I remember that year.
Bro.
How did I lead the league in rebounds as one of the shorter guys?
Man, listen, man. Let me tell you something, bro. And it's sweet too. I know it's sweet. I know you. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. Just let's get you and you where you are, Tez. You where you are, Cash. I am where I am right now. If all of us is looking for a 2-picker, and I'm gonna give you any running back who starts in the league, anyone, and they got 17 plus, that means at minimum 17 yards. No push on 17. At minimum 17 yards. And you were a leading rusher in the NFL. All of us gonna take that.
Oh yeah.
If you see, I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to implicate nobody. I'm gonna give you some initials. MC.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly.
I take you as a third leg on my ticket, and you can't get 17 yards.
I could have told you about him though. That's the thing. I could have been told you about him because I ain't gonna lie. I don't really bet on the stars.
If anybody misses a check, if anybody misses a big contract year, I'm not taking you.
Yeah.
So you see, so Big Skull said, yeah, JJ Redick dragged me last season. I needed LeBron to get 10 boards and 25 points. He had 24 points and 9 boards, and JJ sat him. He said, I would have hit for 15,000. Then Joe Jett said, old school ballers would fight you for a rebound. They use rebounds to negotiate contracts. Skull said, my whole ticket hit except for that one on LeBron. Jonathan Taylor producing. He is. But here's the thing.
Different. I ain't gonna lie.
Jonathan Taylor is not playing for your parlay. Jonathan Taylor is playing for his contract.
The contract.
He need that contract. Next year, after he get that big contract, he's not gonna get three touchdowns a game, I guarantee it.
After that immaculate San Francisco and Atlanta Falcons game, everybody was poised for Bijan. I know everybody had Bijan.
Everybody had Bijan because it was only plus 25.
Bruh, it's bruh. If you look at when I'm picking the ticket, that's why I got off my phone and I'm doing it on my lap. I got off the phone. When you picking, don't use this. When you picking, don't use this. Get on your laptop so you can see the markets. You can see the market. They'll tell you how many people is picking this pick. Go to the road least travel. Because last night, the unexpected happened last night. Now, if you'd have got Tucker Kraft on your ticket, and what's the other wide receiver? Not Dobbs. So Dobbs.
Well, I mean, look what happened with Cade Otton. We watched it live, okay? Cade Otton got a touchdown. That was a touchdown by Cade Otton. He reached out, elbow over elbow, not just the arm, the elbows over the pylon. They said he's down because his knee touched. Here's the thing. He dove. Nobody touched him. He wasn't pushed. Nobody touched him. Nothing. How is that not a touchdown?
What about yesterday? In the middle of the field. In the middle of the field. He took it out of his arms. He took the ball.
You talking about the Eagles game?
Took the ball out of his arms.
He took it right out of his arms, and what they did, they called it back. See, hey, y'all go ahead and subscribe to Raw Society. Make sure y'all hit that link when y'all get up out of here today. It's staying in the chat today. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that link. You know, it's everybody together. You know, I just got to say before we put a nail in this one, because we're going to be talking about this all week across the channels. I truly believe that if you're gambling right now on any of these apps, bet low, $2, $3, $5, $10. Do not put your life savings. Do not bet your paycheck because they will find a way to jag you right now. And I think that right now is the worst it's ever been. This is worse than the 90s. This is worse than the early 2000s, worse than the 70s and the 80s, definitely worse than the 60s.
Yeah.
This is real bad, y'all. And it's only going to keep getting worse every day. Every day they're adding somebody new. Antonio Gates got implicated. They've implicated over half the NBA right now as far as the stars go. And it's just going to continue to get worse. So,
how long you been gambling, Ted? Real talk. I'm bro. I've been gambling
at least a decade.
I've been gambling, putting in tickets, playing square boards, pool pick'ems since maybe 11th grade. That's 1997. Since 1997, bro. I used to have 9th graders asking me in my chair, "Oh, you wanna tell my pick?" 9th graders that are now sophomores and juniors in college. Bro, this shit ain't new. Hey, y'all think y'all did something new because it's on the app, Playboy? You the first one to do this? I would give tickets to Big Homie to go take it down there and play. He going off of my picks because I'm really watching the game. Don't nothing go down in my house on Saturday and Sunday but football, boy. Ain't no Netflix, ain't no Hulu, ain't nothing. Everything is Fox, CBS, bitch, NBC, bitch, ain't number football going down in this house right here. Basketball, football all day. If you in here, bitch, you're going to be bored if you want to watch something else, bitch. You're going to be scrolling your timeline because every tube in this bitch is on the game, bitch.
Let me tell you.
Gamble right here. So I know what they're playing with my money. No, you won't even know if the game's rigged or not until you put money on the game, bitch. We gonna this gonna be an expose. This sweet, bitch. We talking about this rigged ass gambling shit all week. Tell them, Tez.
Plug. Let me tell you. Without putting too many people out there, right? We literally listen to our dad and his friends talk about when they was in the game versus the way the game is going now. It's a completely different system. And like we listen, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I got the privilege, you know what I'm saying? I'm the oldest, so I got the privilege of being able to watch my dad play, but also watch my dad after his retirement, after he was done playing. You know what I mean? And we got to see how they go at stuff versus how like the rest of us go through it. And like we've been pretty good about that for most of our lives. But let me tell you, once you put your own money on it, you start seeing exactly what the trends are. You really do.
True. That's true. And I deal with it so much, you know, because I'm more on the basketball. So, you know, when you bet on a player to get, you know, they can get 15 points because they average 25, and now the player get hurt in the first quarter. Come on now, you know it's something up with it. This is how you know something is going on that shouldn't be going on.
I mean, that's why they arrested old boy down in Miami, Terry Rozier.
Yeah, he was tweaking. I'm not going to lie. He was tweaking.
39 bets by the same person, all for the under on a game where he was projected to go super up over the over.
And he put his family in it too.
39 bets by one person. See, not only are you rigging the game, but the people that you helping to make money, they're idiots. They're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Why would you put 39 bets on the under? 39 separate bets on the under, knowing it's about to flag somebody.
He tweets. I'm not gonna lie.
The majority of people don't bet unders. I hope you know that too. Over 85% of bets are for the over. The majority of people do not bet the unders.
And a lot of it, man, is just they look through it and they try to figure out, okay, how can we make the most money?
That's right, Billy. Yeah, like, you know, like it that's really what it comes down to. It really comes down to that. You know what I mean? It comes down to Billy again. Right, Billy, that's it really comes down to seeing what's happening and how you're gonna do it. I know there are a lot of guys, in my opinion, allegedly, all things for content creation purposes and the entertainment of the world that we live in today. But I truly believe that over half of these guys is making the hood rich. and they know
They
they
probably
making the
is.
hood rich.
They probably is.
I mean,
You know,
what do you think that the basketball's continents was it 80% black?
I can see it like that. You know, you don't want to. Your boy asks you for 10K. He trying to do some start a business, and you telling him, man, you ain't really trying to invest 10K in him. So now you tell him, hey, look, you make this bet, put this down. You gonna make some money, and we'll just keep this going. By the time you know things get to rolling, you gonna have 10K. We didn't got it to the point where now you got 10K.
You can make that off one single bet for like $400. All you got to do is line your parlay up right. And if you got the insider information on how to do it, of course you're gonna make that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna need both of y'all to come back later on this week when we find out more stuff. And obviously they're gonna arrest more people. It's only Monday, by the way.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I want y'all to stay here. Hopefully y'all got some time. Y'all got some time for Tez today.
Y'all got some time. Yo, let's rock, bro.
All right. So let me go ahead and segue this real quick. All right, y'all. It is True Crime Monday. We just talked about a true crime and what probably going to be even more true crime. We're going to find out what happened and how this guy says he caught the BTK killer. So let's watch a couple seconds of this, couple minutes. We're going to comment on it.
If there was someone that scared the shit out of me when I was younger, it was this.
Bind, torture, kill, or BTK. Words synonymous with the serial killer, Dennis Rader.
This guy talks about killing like you and I talk about changing clothes.
Hi, I'm Nick from True Crime Uncut, and welcome to Questions With. This week we're speaking to homicide detective Tim Relf about how he helped capture the notorious BTK serial killer following 10 murders and a 30-year manhunt.
We talked to him for many, many hours. He indicated that this is the greatest accomplishment of his life, and he hadn't really been able to talk about it. Wichita didn't have a boogeyman, they had BTK. That's what your family was afraid of. Before then, we had never seen someone, and it would be a long time to learn it, but we'd never seen someone that killed for sport. It's hard to explain the shadow that he kind of put over the city back in the 70s, especially ladies that lived by themselves came home and checked their phone lines. People just became suspicious of people for the first time. Evidence doesn't change. You know, people's memory, people's stories, even people's recollection of what someone looks like, that all changes over time. It's just part of the human mind, but evidence doesn't change. And so I got very familiar with the crime scenes, with what evidence was available. I was born and raised in Wichita, and so when I was a small child, I knew about the Otero murders from the day it occurred, because they lived near a school that my mother would drop off a couple of my brothers and sisters to a school nearby, and so as we drove by that area, it always concerned me. The 3 older children had come home, and they had found their mother and father. And the first responders, or the first people that arrived at that time, they went to the bedroom, they found the father and the mother, and then the older children didn't want their younger siblings to come home and find us because they thought they were at school. And so the officers went to their elementary schools in the area and found that both of the younger siblings had not made it to school that day. And they searched the rest of the house, and on the top floor in a different bedroom, they would find the young Joey Otero. They didn't realize there was a basement because it kind of looked like a pantry door. And so they went down into the basement, and then they located in kind of a utility room. They would find the body of Josephine Otero. A lot of times in long.
So I gotta ask, guys, when we're talking about the profile of a serial killer, someone that is out here doing this, quite frequently at this, he's blending in to society like nobody's business. Like, I just don't understand how the community never catches these people on time. Or is it, in my opinion, is it that they just ignore context clues because the majority of these people are unassuming white people? And in this country, if you're an unassuming white person, you're able to fly under the radar a whole lot easier than, I don't know, a Chicago rapper is. You think that has anything to do with it?
Well, it's always about ignoring your own, like your own people. You ignore your own people. That's the thing. So when they see this coming from their own people, they ignore it, act like it doesn't exist, things like that. So it's crazy. Like you say, it's the signs. They ignore the signs, even though they're still there. they give them some type of like mental illness or something like that. They diagnose them with something, but they still leave them with the general public. So
Well, brother, I would say they're just as numb to it, to their race, as we are.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
We wouldn't even suspect them doing something, even unless they're in our side of the neighborhood. Like, what you doing over here? But if we're in their neck of the woods, we'll never suspect anything.
So Joe Jett says serial killers have a psychological profile many people miss who serial killers are because we have an idea of what's socially acceptable and ignore what's spiritually right. I think he's got a point there. So let's watch a little bit more about the BTK, y'all.
Enforcement, you grab way more than what you just on the possibility that something may come up, and at that time they took into custody a lot of materials, bedding and stuff like that, not really knowing what value it had at that time. And many years later, we would extract a genetic profile from a piece of that evidence. Catherine was a young girl that she lived right on the outskirts of Wichita State campus. And on this day, her brother Kevin had come. They were having lunch, and they just went by her house. And when they went by the house, the intruder was already in the house. And the intruder tried to tie up Kevin. During that whole series of events, a struggle broke out, and the intruder would shoot Kevin. He'd shoot him twice in the forehead and shot him right here. I think he thought Kevin was dead, but by that time, he kind of lost control of Catherine. I think he tried to bind her up, but it just wasn't working, and the whole thing just came unraveled. And he would take out a knife, and he would very viciously stab her several times. And then he left, thinking that he had killed her, and I don't think he realized that Kevin had run out. And Kevin got a hold of a neighbor who called the police. When the first officers got there, Catherine was still alive, but she was barely breathing, and she couldn't identify her attacker. She was taken to the hospital, and she died in surgery just a couple hours after that. Kevin describes a white male. We were looking for a single person in his late 20s, 180 pounds. Now, I give Kevin credit. When you leap forward to when the person was actually caught, his description of what his clothing and everything was perfect. But back then, you're talking back in the 70s, you had this archaic thing called an identikit, where you had little transparencies of like a forehead and eyes and lips, and I don't care how long you worked with that identikit, the guy always came out looking the same. And some scarecrow-looking character it's not something you can put in the paper and somebody's going to say, oh, I know that person. Kevin's greatest contribution was his description of what happened in the house, how he led them around, how he tied them up. That was the first time you had a pretty good indication this is probably how he acted in the Otero house. Shirley Vianne's case would be the next one. It was in a different part of town, but the binding and everything certainly was very indicative. I can't say it was completely connected to BTK at that time, because then there was another killing of a girl named Nancy Fox.
So, okay, at this point, we've already got, 3 victims? 3 victims so far, and they're still, mind you, this is way after the fact. But he's explaining how they went through the investigation process. And even though we have three victims already with the same MO, they still are not trying to classify it as the same person. So basically what they're doing is, by not classifying it as the same person, they're allowing this person to move freely and do as they want, because they're not even putting people on notice that this is going on. And I see that this is consistent with a lot of different cases for these types of killers. They don't want to put them in the same profile or the same category, say it was the same person or attribute it to that person. They don't want to do that. They don't want to come out with it publicly. Obviously, you don't want to scare the people of the neighborhood or anything like that. Let's catch up on these comments real quick. Soft Rain said, it amazes me how SKs can walk around in public knowing they unalive people and want to do it again. Like, how do they pick their victims? That's a good question. I wouldn't know, so I'm definitely not one of those. Billy Kershaw said, hey, J, I don't think it's that simple. Classic obviously is in the building. What up, gang? Was surprised. Check out this collab. We on deck. Chat 333 in the building. Said, be sure to like the live. Definitely like the live, y'all. I mean, it's a lot of people that come watching the show, especially last week. It's a lot of people that came to watch the show, and some of y'all is lacking on the likes. They'll be lacking on the likes. So let me give y'all some education on how you do it. Go out, look at your chat box, hit the X on the chat box. Doesn't close the video out. Hit the like button, the thumbs up, and then go right back into the chat box. You'll be just fine. Soft Rain said, yeah, Classic, they've been working me today, trying to tag everyone and put it on all the pages. I appreciate you, Soft Rain. Good job doing that clerical stuff for us. We appreciate you big time, Softy. So, okay, so now it says in this part of the video that we've gotten to, it says, when did BTK start taunting? All right. I mean, at this point, anything is possible, right?
In early 1978 is when the communication came, and he claimed that he had killed the Oteros. He claimed he wouldn't tell the fifth victim, and the reason we think he didn't want to talk about Catherine Bright is there was a living witness, but he did admit to Shirley Vian and Nancy Fox. So those 7 murders back in 1978 became directly attributed to BTK. He had made several communications. He'd sent them through the local paper at the time, and then there was a burglary in 1979, and he would later send another communication because that lady just, through the grace of God, wasn't there that night, and so he sent a communication basically. So
they class. So even so, if you guys just noticed what he just did, y'all saw what he just did. He classified the next crime as a burglary. He classified the next crime as a burglary because she wasn't there that night. Not an attempted murder. You see what I'm saying here? They are so reluctant to classify these things for what they really are. And he got so bold to the point of where he is sending messages to the police after each time that he does it. Hey, y'all not giving me my credit. Hey, y'all not telling them people what I'm doing out here. Hey, why y'all trying to hide that this is me? This is not a exaggeration. This is a literal thing that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get credit for it. They're not trying to give it to him.
That's crazy.
To this day, you have the investigator that was on the case saying, well, it was a burglary. What? That's an attempted unaliving, is it not? Intentional. He didn't go there to steal nothing except somebody's life.
Explaining that she was going to be number 8. Then after that, the communications stopped, and there was a theory that he was either in jail or dead or had left the area. 600 men were tracked down throughout the country, and turned out none of them did it either. It had been very difficult at that time, say that's a BTK case. And then the cases of Marine Hedge occurred a few miles outside of Wichita. Now it's almost bordering Wichita. Marine Hedge disappeared, and she's found away from her house basically in a drainage ditch. Then right about that time was the death of a lady named Vicki Wakerly. There were some things that happened at.
So where we're at 9 so far? We're at 9, right? Chat being the best chat in the world, as we now share y'all, but being the best chat in the world. I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to keep track of how many people so far that so we have 9 victims, 10 attacks, 9 victims and 10 attacks. Okay, 9. Mm-hmm. So this is getting thick, and he's not done yet. We're still in the 70s.
Vicki's house that were not consistent with an acquaintance or a relative or someone that she knew killing her, because the killer took Vicki's driver's license. That case was not initially connected to BTK, mainly because it was a completely different part of town. A couple years later, a lady named Loris Davis is taken from her home, and she is found in a ravine way out in West Wichita. The scenes were different. He removed them from the house. They were older. It was usually younger women that he could isolate by themselves. The turning point that we would learn later on was during the assault on Vicki Wagerly. She fought him pretty good, and in fact, he determined, I got to change. I can't be taking on young women anymore, because he was getting older. His was a change of necessity. Because when you shoot and stab people, that's one thing, but when you're getting personal and you're choking people and you're tying them up, there's got to be a certain amount of control. Even he would come to the conclusion this was not a young man's game. He had to kind of move his victim. His ideal victim had to move to where he could control them more. And at the time, I can tell you that the sheriff's department was certainly aware that Marine and Dolores were probably the same killer, but the connection of Marine, Dolores, and Vicki to BTK, that would still be some years away. He sent a letter, and it was Polaroid pictures from the crime scene of Vicki Wagerly. Now, the Wichita Police Department back at the time of Vicki's murder did not use Polaroids. It wasn't the actual pictures; it was a copy from a copy machine of photographs of the crime scene, and it depicted Vicki in the crime scene. Well, Vicki was removed because they tried to save her, and so there were no pictures of Vicki in the crime scene. And so when the copy of these Polaroids arrived, and it had a moniker on the bottom, where through his writings through the years, he would put a little indicator at the bottom, and he would somehow put together the letters in almost an icon of BTK. So we were very confident that that this guy was telling us that he was responsible for Vicky. And the thing is, we couldn't keep it quiet because,
like, he's not just very confident. Like, y'all see that, right? He's not just very confident. He signed the letter. What am I missing? What am I missing?
They read from paper. They read off a screen. They don't use common sense. So it was like, I don't know, man. Common sense would have told you, yeah, go ahead, do what you got to do. But they going by, everything they was taught to do. Oh well, yeah, we can't go and do anything yet.
For those that don't really understand what just happened, he got upset because they weren't giving him credit for the unaliving. So he sent them a letter to prove that he was the one that did it. He sent them pictures of what he did right after he got done doing it. Set it up real nice. Sent a bunch of pictures and sent it to him. And then wrote a nice little letter and signed it at the bottom. He said, he basically said, hey, I'm tired of y'all not giving me credit for my work. This is art to him. And they still like, well, I don't know if it's really him. Y'all don't even have this evidence in y'all locker. Y'all didn't even have this in the docket. Y'all didn't even have this evidence. He sent y'all more evidence so you would attribute it to where it was done at.
Wait, do they have a face and a name?
No, because he never leaves witnesses except for that one person. And that one person was so scared of him that they never said anything till like 20 years later. And he knew who the person was.
The communication was initially sent to the Wichita Eagle, which was the local paper. They gave us a couple of days to get our collective shit together, but they were not going to hold the story. It went national right away, almost went international right away. It was constant press from that point on. We were followed by people. So when you're trying to do police work is difficult enough. When you're trying to do it and make sure people don't follow you and don't leak information or things like that, it makes it exponentially harder. So very quickly, congressmen went to the U.S. Congress and had money set aside for a task force. And don't get me wrong, I wanted to be part of it. It was very few people get the opportunity to slay their childhood dragons. And if there was someone that scared the shit out of me when I was younger, it was this. And made me fear for my sisters. There was a core group of investigators. We were getting help from agencies, officers, everybody. This was a huge undertaking. We got several thousand leads.
So what y'all just missed was very important to the story. He had the police scared of him too. Joe Jett said they had a very poor drawing. It was extremely poor. But it actually did look like him when y'all find out in a second.
Okay.
Billy Kershaw said, as cares, I saw the footage of the black lady who called the cops fearing on the intruder. She cursed him in the name of Jesus. And at the end, he shot her. No limit, 8 and 2. Yeah, like he did do that. I remember that story, and I remember what was going on with that. He did do that. And it's kind of funny because they caught him in a church. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So even though she definitely cried out for the name of Jesus, and he was supposed to be a Christian person, but
as soon as it hits the paper, everybody who had a weird uncle, or everybody who had a bizarre guy that they'd run into on the street, or anybody that hated their ex-husband, those tips poured in, and him coming back in such a public way ensured that we were going to be given resources. The whole task force needs cars, it needs radios, it needs overtime, it needs people, it needs thousands and thousands of dollars to just put all those resources into one case. A representative from Kansas went to the U.S. Congress, and the Congress set aside almost $1 million. Now we didn't use hardly any of it, but just having the money, we were able.
So here we go again. Again, there's a situation where money is an issue, right? Money is the issue of all of these problems, and they got the money donated to them because the community was so scared of them and saying, "Oh, we don't have the money to search for this guy." We all got the money now. This is the same problem that we have in the day. They have the money for these things, but what are they doing with it? He just admitted they barely even used any of the money. Once again, I challenge y'all on another level. When you go and vote, find out where the money is going. If you can find out where the money is going, you probably make better decisions. That's if you even believe in voting anymore.
We had the freedom of, We collected thousands of samples from males whose names have been called in for any number of reasons. Even when somebody's called in, you're able to eliminate some things because, if people are calling in on some knucklehead who was 30 years old, we could eliminate that pretty quickly. And had to be a male. Most people can't remember what they were doing last week, much less what were you doing back in 1974. And so the way to kind of bypass a lot of that old shoe leather that policemen and investigators used to have to go through is just swab them, because we had DNA from the Oteros and from Nancy Fox. But at that time, they didn't have any databases to compare it to. So when this thing broke, it was just decided you could spend days or weeks with each suspect, or you could see if they agreed to a swab. If there's one advantage of tracking serial killers is they have to be good for all of them. They can't look really good for one or two and then be out of the country or in the military or something during two of the other ones. They have to be available for all the killings. As he would communicate, you would learn more and more about him, whether he wanted to provide it or not. Some of the communications that he left, it was clear he was using a major highway through Wichita, because a lot of the packages were near a highway. Everything you can learn about a killer that he doesn't know that you know is extremely valuable. He was printing things out on a laser jet, but you could tell he wasn't comfortable with a computer. So that's just one more little point that you can learn about him. And then what people are coming to the realization is that when you're out in public, there's almost always a camera somewhere. And that was something that he didn't realize. And one of the communications he dropped in a parking lot, and the surveillance camera caught a picture of the car he was driving. It was in the Home Depot parking lot. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a little fuzzy, little tiny picture, and we didn't get no license plate or anything, but we did have a very good idea what kind of car he was driving. That's a huge break. We were starting to get things about him that through his writings, it was clear he was probably had formerly in the military. And so you start putting all these things together. But what certainly accelerated it was he sent a compact disc because he wanted to put more material than just could be written or typed. So he wanted to introduce almost chapters to a story or something like that.
So again, guys, we are getting into the 2000s at this point. This guy's been killing for 40 years. 40 years. And he's actually to the point of where he's upset that they haven't caught him. Y'all see what we're dealing with here, right?
Incompetence.
Yes, that is the word.
And of course, he asked us, be honest, because the police can't lie. Well, we can lie if we're catching a serial killer. And so through a series of communications, he was told, you
just lied. You said the police can't lie. All right.
Send us whatever you want. We won't trace it. And then he sent a compact disc. The disc, this was an actual floppy, the kind that used to be, it was very thin, very floppy, but it was encased in a plastic thing. But every time you put that in there, under the properties section, it takes a note of what computer it's been in. Everybody names the computer, or the computer names itself. And so from when we got the disc, a computer forensic investigator was able to look at those properties, and we knew that the disc had been in a computer for Christ Lutheran Church at 53rd and Hillside, right outside of Wichita. And then that was connected to the Word program, because he wrote a little message and then he printed it to himself so he could keep it in his own file. That's just kind of how he was. And when he hit that print command, the person who that Word program was registered to, and he had just named it Dennis. And so we knew that a guy named Dennis had access to a computer at Christ Lutheran Church. And very quickly we had found that under Christ Lutheran, they had a pastoral council, and the head of that pastoral council, the president of that pastoral council, was Dennis Rader. And so then we were off and running. As soon as they barked out a name,
So again, his name was Dennis Rader. And I'm not sure if they show his picture in this. Let's see if they do. Yeah, they do. Let's go to it. Boom.
The 25th of 2005, and at 12:15 he was taken into custody. We talked to him for many, many hours. It's hard for us to comprehend it, but he indicated that this is the greatest.
That's what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? I want to go and show you guys this, because this is actually pretty cool.
All right, Mr. Rader, I need to find out more information. On that particular day, the 15th day of January, 1974, can you tell me where you went to kill Mr. Joseph Otero?
I think it's 1834. Edgemore.
All right. Can you tell me approximately what time of day you went there?
Somewhere between 7 and 7:30.
This particular location, did you know these people?
No, that's no, that was part of my, I guess my what's called fantasy. These people were selected.
All right. So you were engaged in some kind of fantasy during this period of time?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, when you use the term fantasy, is this something you were doing for your personal pleasure?
Sexual fantasy, sir.
I see. So you went to this residence, and what occurred then?
Well, I had did some thinking on what I was going to do to either Mrs. Otero or Josephine, and basically broke into the house, or didn't break into the house, but when they came out of the house, I came in and confronted the family, and then we went from there.
All right. Had you planned this beforehand?
To some degree, yes. After I got in the house, I lost control of it, but it was, you know, in the back of my mind, I had some ideas what I was going to do, but I basically panicked that first day. So
Beforehand, did you know who was there in the house?
I thought Mrs. Otero and the two kids, the two younger kids, were in the house. I didn't realize Mr. Otero was going to be there.
All right. How did you get into the house?
I came to the back door, had the phone lines, waited at the back door, had reservations about even going or just walking away, but pretty soon the door opened and I was in.
All right. So the door opened. Was it open for you? Or did
I think one of the kids, I think the junior, or not junior, yes, the younger, Joseph, opened the door. He probably let the dog out because the dog was in the house at that time.
All right. When you went into the house, what happened then?
Well, I confronted the family, pulled a pistol in front of Mr. Otero, and asked him to, you know, that I was there to basically, I was wanted to get the car. I was hungry, food. I was wanted, and I asked him to lie down in the living room. And at that time, I realized that wouldn't be a really good idea. So I finally, the dog was a real problem. So I asked Mr. Otero if he could get the dog out. So he had one of the kids put it out, and then I took him back to the bedroom.
You took who back to the bedroom?
The family, the bedroom. They had 4 members.
All right. What happened then?
At that time, I tied him up.
While still holding him at gunpoint?
Well, in between tying, I guess. Yeah.
All right. After you tied him up, what did you do?
Well, they started complaining about being tied up, and I re-loosened the bonds a couple of times. Tried to make Mr. Otero as comfortable as I could. Apparently had a cracked rib from a car accident, so I had him put a pillow down for his head. Had he put I think he Parker or a coat underneath him. They talked to me about giving the car and whatever money. I guess they didn't have very much money, and there I realized that I didn't have a mask on or anything. They already could ID me, and made a decision to go ahead and put him down and just strangle him.
All right. What did you do to Joseph Otero?
Joseph Otero?
Yeah,
Okay.
Joseph Otero Sr., Mr. Otero, the father.
Put a plastic bag over his head and then some cords and tightened it.
This was in the bedroom?
Yes, sir.
Did he, in fact, suffocate and die as a result of this?
Not right away. No, sir, he didn't.
What happened?
Well, after that, I did Mrs. Otero. I had never strangled anyone before, so I really don't know how much pressure you had to put on a person or how long it would take. But
was she also tied up there in the
yes,
bedroom?
yeah, both her hands and their feet were tied up. She was on the bed.
Where were the children?
Josephine was on the bed, and Junior was on the floor this time.
So we're talking, first of all, about Joseph Otero. So you put the bag over his head and tied it, and he did not die right away. Can you tell me what happened in regards to Joseph?
He moved over real quick, and I think tore a hole in the bag, and I could tell that he was having some problems there. But at that time, the whole family just went panicked on me, so I worked pretty quick.
You worked pretty quick.
Well, I mean, I strangled Mrs. Otero, and she went out, or passed out. I thought she was dead. She passed out. Then I strangled Josephine. She passed out. Well, I thought she was dead. And then I went over and put a bag on Junior's head, and then if I remember right, Mrs. Otero came back. She came back and.
So let me ask you about Joseph Otero Sr. You indicated he had torn a hole in the bag. And what did you do with him then?
I put another bag over it, or either that, or I recollect. I think I put either a cloth or a T-shirt or something over his head, and then another bag, and then tied it down.
Did he subsequently die?
Well, yes. I didn't just stay there and watch him. I was moving around the room. But.
All right. So you indicated you strangled Mrs. Otero after you had done this. Is that correct?
Now I went back and strangled her again. And that finally killed her at that time.
So this is in regards to count 2. You first of all put the bag over Joseph Otero's head, and he tore a hole in the bag. Then you went ahead. Did you strangle Mrs. Otero then?
Okay.
Or did you go
first of all, Mr. Otero was strangled, or a bag put over his head and strangled. Then I thought he was going down, and I went over and strangled Mrs. Otero, and I thought she was down. Then I strangled Josephine, thought she was down, and then I went over to Junior and put the bag on his head. After that, Mrs. Otero woke back up, and she was pretty upset in what's going on. So I came back, and at that point in time, strangled her for the death strangle at that time.
With your hands or what?
No, with a cord, with a rope. And then I think at that point in time, I redid Mr. Otero, put the bag over his head, went over, and then to Junior. Before that, she asked me to save her son. So I actually had to take the bag off, and then I was really upset at that point in time. So basically, when Mr. Otero was down, Mrs. Otero was down, I went ahead and took Junior up in the bag over his head and took him to the other bedroom at that time.
What did you do then?
Put a bag over his head, put a cloth over his head, a T-shirt and a bag so he couldn't tear a hole in it, and he subsequently died from that. And then when I went back, Josephine had woke back up.
What did you do then?
And I took her to the basement and eventually hung her.
All right, you hung her in the basement?
Yes, sir.
Did you do anything else at that time?
Yes, I had some sexual fantasies. But that was after she was hung.
All right. What did you do then?
Went through the house, kind of cleaned it up. It's called the right-hand rule. You go from room to room, picked everything up. I think I took Mr. Otero's watch. I guess I took a radio. I forgot about that, but apparently I took a radio.
Why did you take these things?
I don't know. I have no idea. Just
What happened then?
got the keys to the car. In fact, I had the keys I think earlier before.
So that's about as much as I can stomach of this sick bitch of a grown man.
That's precious.
I just gotta say, that's pretty much how this type of stuff goes. These people are insane, but here's the thing: what they're doing is extremely cold and calculated. What you say, Kane?
That's just sick.
Yeah, the whole thing. And now, mind you, that was only one family. This guy was doing stuff like this for 40 years. For 40 years. He was so cold and methodical that, like, he doesn't even, like, there's no emotion while he's talking about this stuff.
None. Like, he is, bruh.
So, so you know what? We need to cleanse our palates, don't y'all think?
Yeah.
See, with True Crime Monday, we like to make people aware. The first thing I want to say is, some people made the first mistake. If you are a father in a house, do everything you can to keep your family safe. I'm not going to recommend anything else on air, but do everything you need to do to keep your family safe in case something happens. How you got a dog, 2 kids, a wife, and it's one dude, and he overtakes all of y'all? Not going to happen in my house.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. We're not going.
Let me tell y'all what happens. If you try to mess with the Tez family, you will get Tez downed all over again. I'm letting y'all know that right now. We're not playing with that. Do not try us.
Now look, I do have to say, I do have to go, but I enjoyed this experience. I love being on the True Crime Mondays. Hopefully, I can make it here.
Tez, you give us 10 more minutes?
10 more minutes?
Yeah.
10 more minutes. Let's get it.
You tell sis-in-law that I'll take care of it, okay?
I got you.
All right.
10 more minutes, I got you though.
All right. So what we got right now is story time, y'all. And mind you, story time is funny. So we're gonna see what happened in this case. We haven't watched this yet.
A friend that she's known for years, okay? Best friend that you are super cool with. Her husband, you guys know each other's kids. That your kids basically grew up together, like holidays, vacations, everything you guys do together. And then that best friend decides to get divorced from her husband. So it's kind of weird because now there's no more husband and you kind of feel like a third wheel, but you're okay with it. Your wife is kind of being a very supportive friend, getting her through the divorce and all that, and you guys are both being very supportive to her because she is such a good friend to you guys. So months pass by and the best friend starts telling you guys, like, I think I'm ready to start dating. So your wife, being a good friend, she's like, okay, like, I'm gonna help you, let's go out. Like, so they start going on little trips, nights out at the bar, they start going to the club, and you're kind of like, okay, maybe you shouldn't be doing that because you are not single. But you're like, I have to be a supportive friend, like, that's my girl, like, I need to be there for her because she doesn't have any other friends. So you're like, okay, whatever. They start going on like a lot of different little trips and stuff, and you're okay with it. Until one day your mom comes to visit and she's like, what the fuck is your wife doing out all the time with a single friend? Like, she is not single. I understand that's her best friend, but she has a husband and kids. Like, she needs to be home. And you're like, Mom, like, it's okay. Like, I'm okay with it. It's just gonna be for a little bit until her friend finds a boyfriend. And your mom is like, no, like, that's not okay. And it so happens to be that weekend that your mom came, your wife had a trip planned to Las Vegas, okay? Usher was gonna be there, and it was gonna be her best friend's birthday. So they had this great vacation plan to go to Las Vegas for a 3-day weekend and to see Usher. So you told your wife, I'm perfectly fine, just go, like, I trust you, you've never done a thing, so whatever. So your mom's not happy about this, okay? But your mom has never really liked your wife. Since the beginning, your mom did not like your wife. She was always making excuses to say how she was not a good person. And
so I gotta ask y'all brothers, is it, if your mom doesn't like your wife, is that a big deal?
To me personally, yeah, it is a big deal.
It's a big deal. Big deal.
Okay. Yeah.
So what would happen in the case of mom not liking your wife, since you want to answer?
I need to figure out why. Like, that's my main thing now. I need to figure out, what do you see that why you don't like her? Because sometimes, you your mom might see something you don't see. So I need to figure out why. And then depending on the answer, now I'm making my judgment on how I feel anyway. But I'm just saying, if you got a close relationship with your moms, you want your girl to be cool with your moms.
Yes, that is prime coming from you, Cash. My mom ain't never liked none of my girlfriends.
hey, you're right. You're right. She
liked them afterwards. She liked them when they was already gone. I will say that much. She tried to get me to go back to them a few different times. She liked me when they was already gone. I mean, she liked them when they were already gone. But at that point, they were already gone.
Yeah. See,
I thought the same way. I'm like, let me get rid of her in case mom don't like her. Let me get rid of her. But then mom, where's she at? What you mean? Where's she at?
And at the end of the day, this is the person you're gonna be with. So you do got to make that judgment by yourself. Like, input from your moms is cool, but at the end of the day, it is you and that person.
Joe Jet said, "Mom not liking your girl gets awkward and can escalate." What you think, Plug?
It really don't matter to me. I really that's you know what I'm saying. Like, listen, if you hold on, let me say this. Let me say
this. Only my opinion.
If your mother is single, she got bad choice anyway.
You right about that.
Okay.
Now, if your mother and your father still together, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, most people, if you're a good mom, they're gonna choose a woman that's like you. So kind of like ain't gonna get along anyway.
Okay, you're right. I think that was half my problem.
So a lot of the women if you're a bad mom, you're gonna choose somebody totally opposite, which means they really not gonna get along. I mean, how many women have been friends with somebody since middle school?
Not many.
I'll wait.
Not many.
And you've already been used to it, so you're like, mom, chill, like it's fine. Your wife goes on this trip with her best friend. They've gone for 3 days. You're in contact with her. Everything's fine. She comes back, and you notice that she's super weird. Like, she's weird. She's quiet. She doesn't really say nothing about the trip. She doesn't really bring back nothing from the trip. She's normally bringing stuff back. She's normally, like, excited, telling you everything that happened, even things that you don't care about. Like, she tells you everything. And this time is different. She's not being like that, okay? So then you ask her, like, what's wrong? You're like, no, nothing. I'm just tired. Like, she's like, I'm tired. Nothing's wrong. And you notice that she's kind of crying here and there. Like, she walks out of the restroom wiping her tears. Her eyes are poofy. So you know something happened. Like, you also notice that she's not really talking to her best friend. Like, ever since she came back from the trip, she hasn't mentioned her best friend at all. She hasn't mentioned her going out to coffee, to hang out. You haven't noticed her talking on the phone, nothing. And it's been a couple weeks now, and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, something happened in Las Vegas. So your wife's not telling you shit. You don't know what happened. So you decide to call the best friend. And you're like, hey, what happened? What happened to my wife? Like, what's wrong with her? And the best friend starts crying instantly on the phone. And she's like, I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you this, but your wife cheated on you in Las Vegas, and I was not okay with it. Therefore, she's mad at me. You're like, wait, what? What do you mean? And she's like, yeah, we went out after the concert to a bar. We met some guys. I met a guy, and he had a couple of friends. So we went to the casino that we were staying at, and I went upstairs with the guy that I met. I left your wife with the other guys, not thinking anything of it, because she wasn't particularly talking to one. Like, it was a couple of them. I went upstairs with the guy I was interested in. We ended up doing whatever we were doing, and we ended up staying asleep, and I didn't keep tabs on your wife. I just assumed she was going to come back. They're sharing a room. So she just thought she was going to come back. I don't know what she expected. Like, so the wife never came home until the next morning. You know, she comes in with the guy, one of the guys that she left her with. So the best friend's confused, like, where the fuck have you guys been? And, you know, the wife is kind of giggly, like, oh, I stayed in his room. So you're like, what do you mean? Like, and then you kind of feel awkward because the guys are there. So you're like, okay, whatever. The wife suggests this go get breakfast, the four of us. So they go get breakfast, and the best friend's already like, what the fuck? Like, this is not okay. You know, so they go have breakfast with the guys. The guys end up leaving, and the girl ends up talking to the the wife, like the best friend, like, what happened? What the fuck did you do? So then the wife starts telling the best friend, like, hey, I hooked up with this guy. It was amazing. Like, it was the best night ever. Like, I had so much fun. Like, he gave me his number. Like, he's such a cool guy. Like, she's like all happy and bubbly about it. Like, if it was okay. And I think she expected the best friend to be supportive of her because she's been supportive of her, right? Like, I've been there for you, now you have to be there for me. And the best friend was not okay with it. She's like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, why would you do that? You're married. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I was drunk. Like, I just was in the mood and I did it. Like, I can't believe I did it, but I did it and it was great. And the best friend's like, no, like, that's not good. Like, you have a great husband at home. Why would you do that? And because she did not receive the support that she expected to get from her best friend, they got into an argument, came home, and that's why they haven't talked. And
so the best friend is not happy about the fact that, so mind you, okay, Plug, okay, Cash, both of them hooked up with these guys, right? But the best friend is single. The wife is not. So the best friend is mad at the wife because the wife went and hooked up with these guys while she was, you know, upstairs getting dug out too. And so she feels kind of weird about this, like, well, I think it's the brother-in-law at this point, right? I think she feels kind of weird about it, like, I can't believe you just did this, even though she did what she did last night. And I think that what the wife is looking at is, well, you happy, you did it too. Why can't I do it? But the wife also bragging about it, talking about how great it was, the best night of her life. She ain't never felt nothing like that before, even though she married to this guy.
Sound like the wife is trifling.
Sound like the wife is trifling. That's what you think, Cash?
Yeah, that's what it sounded. The wife is trifling, and I guess she thought. Don't get me wrong, the friend is bogus, but the wife is trifling.
I'm gonna say this. I have never in my entire life tried to get my brother to do anything to transgress upon the contract that he has in his marriage. Never in my life.
And don't nobody around me try to do that, though. That's the thing. And that's why I'm saying the friend is bogus, because, you know, why are you setting this person up for this type of stuff? You need to go, you know, she's just bogus. But the wife is trifling because you know what you got back at home. You know how to say no. That's the thing. Ain't nobody, you know, you did that.
Right, nobody's making you do this.
No, ain't nobody making you do nothing. But at the same time, I mean, this is fantastic, man. Brother can move on with his life. I'm being extra real with y'all, man. Like, it's hard enough to find somebody, and now you out here throwing away, you know what I'm saying, a good man or a good relationship for a night of pleasure. So be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at you, boo boo the fool. Right. We ain't gonna ponder about that. Good men need to separate from all these bullshit bitches.
That's facts.
Facts.
Real talk. Because at the end of the day, if that's what you, I'm feeling like I ain't getting enough attention, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Well, bitch, get a pet.
My thing is, so here's the real question: is the friend? So before we finish the story, is the friend bogus for about to drop the hammer? Right. Okay. All right.
Basically, the best friend told her, like, look, your husband has been very good to me. He has been very supportive of me during my divorce. Like, I owe him all of my respect. And if you don't tell him what you did, I'm going to tell him. And because of this, they haven't talked. So the husband's on the phone like, what the fuck, you know? So he confronts his wife. And the wife starts crying, you know, playing the victim, saying I was drunk, like she left me alone. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have nowhere to sleep, so I went with the guy. And I'm so sorry. Like, I don't remember what happened. Like, I thought about pressing. Like, she went full victim mode, right? So the husband kind of believed it. He told his mom, and the mom was like, your wife's full of shit. Like, she's full of shit, okay? Like, I believe the best friend. Your wife is not a good person. Like, she's just waiting for an opportunity to do what she wanted to do, and now she had a single friend that she could do it with, and that's why she did it. So now the husband doesn't know what the fuck to do because he loves his wife. His wife has been a good wife for many years. She made one mistake. And he doesn't know if he could forgive her because he just never thought his wife would be capable of just sleeping with another man. And the fact that the best friend is the one that told them, and what she told them, right, just makes him kind of see his wife different. And then now he has his mom, you know, telling him the same thing, like, no, like, that's not okay. So he's so conflicted because, of course, he doesn't want to break up his family. He has kids, but he doesn't know what to do. So I strongly believe that if you're married, you should not be hanging out with single people. Whether you're a man or a woman, like, you should not be going out with single people, because shit like this is gonna happen where they're gonna do stuff. They're not gonna live a married life just because they have a married friend, right? And they're not gonna want you to ruin it for them because you're married. So you're gonna be put in a lot of situations that you should not be in, and that's probably one of them. You should not have been there. Okay, you should not have been in Vegas, period, with a single friend looking for a man. Because I don't know, what did you expect to happen? Like, did you expect for her to take you with her? Like, you know, yes, there's a lot of people that could manage it, but obviously you couldn't. So for the husband, like, I feel so bad for him because he seems like a genuinely good person, that he was just trying to be supportive of the wife and the best friend. And you guys know that there's a lot of husbands at the moment they see shit like that, they right away start talking shit, like, nope, nope, nope. And he was not like that. So the fact that that shit backfired on him, like, it must suck. And then having your mom talking shit to you about your wife, like, I think that there's people that could get through infidelity, but it takes a very, 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 very dedicated couple to go through what you need to go through to get through that. And the fact that your wife hasn't fully admitted her part and is playing the victim is a red ass flag. So I don't know. I would just say do whatever you feel like doing. Don't listen to no one else. If you want to forgive her and stay with her, go ahead. But just know what she's capable of. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Let him know. What would you guys do? First of all, you know that if it was you, if the man would have done this, you would have been kicked out a long time ago. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know.
I'm gonna ask Plug first. Plug, what would you do if it happened to you?
What? Bitch. Man, listen, pimp. I'm not with the rigmarole of standing around and pandering, and I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not standing in the paint with nobody. Like, you gonna have to live and die with your decision with me, man.
T&J says,
I'm not
or a married girl can hang out with a single boyfriends that aren't man crazy. She says, most of my girlfriends are married, and I just want to go on walks, drink boba, and eat food.
I'm not on that type of time when it comes to I'm not forgiving in that, man. I'm not that type of individual, bro. I didn't go to that. I skipped that class. That class had nothing to do with me, man. And I wouldn't expect if you couldn't handle me doing that to you, I would understand. I'm not going to, we're not having a conversation, we ain't going no therapy, none of that. Life is too short to be playing games with guessing games with people and this, that, and the third. You already know what I stand for. You already know what I man, I'm not going through that with you. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing around two. Boom. Done deal. Boom. Boom. Done deal. We ain't having this discussion. And you should know better. You should know better. For a rendezvous. Now I gotta rack my brain on how many times you did this before this. Now your guilty conscience is catching up to you, or you know what I'm saying, or will you do it again? Nah, man. I got a comfortable median on my piece, and I don't play by that.
So I gotta do this. Because this is my show, and I do whatever I want on my show.
Yes, you can.
I gotta let y'all know that I'm gonna have to, agree with most of what you just said right there, Plug. But I'm gonna say it. Like, I do believe that y'all can work things out if you want to work things out. But me knowing myself, I'm not about that life. Get out of here. T and J said the moment she admitted it, he should have left. Why live in a marriage with anxiety? See, that's what I'm talking about. The anxiety part of it. The am I being a good enough man thing? You'll never be a good enough man to somebody who believes what she believes or what she did. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce, before I ask, the little down there, we're gonna go ahead and introduce y'all real quick to one of my favorite celebrity couples. And that's
So today we're going around looking at a few houses. My boyfriend and I, we're looking for like a nice townhome.
No, we're not doing this again.
Doing what?
Boyfriend. Not happening, no.
So today we're going around looking at a few.
So I want y'all to go ahead and tap in while y'all in here. Tap in to Noe and Xander. I would drop the link in the chat.
Appreciate
I want y'all to tap into Noe and Xander. That is my little mini celebrity brother. You know what I'm saying? The whole family, we do our thing. And,
y'all blood?
That's my blood brother, yeah.
Yeah. Same mama, same daddy.
For sure.
Same daddy.
Nice to meet you, pimp.
Yeah,
that's the we family, man.
Yes, sir.
Family, we family.
Yes, sir. Hey. Hold on one second.
Hello, it's tea time, everybody. And if it's tea time, that means it's time for tea talk on me, Tamerly, and I am Tamerly Terry, Dr. Tamerly Terry, your inspirational lifestyle doc. And I am so excited about today's podcast. I'm bringing to you two people that you probably know who they are, right? If you've seen them out someplace, I'm sure if you like YouTube, they are social media royalty, YouTube sensations. Yes, they're still newlywed. Shy Towners turned ATL Towners, King of Handsome and Queen of Beautiful, power couple, Noe and Xander. Give it up for them, everybody. Let's put your hands together.
That woman.
So yeah, there we go. She gonna lay it on thick for you. Thanks, Mom, for your appreciation.
Hey, can I say this? Whether you was doing your thing or not, bro, I am very big on friendship and family.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's very major to me. And when brothers get along, like truly reach out to each other at least at minimum 2 times a week just to check in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big believer in that.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Same.
Like did y'all parents ever tell y'all like, I don't give a what go on? You take care of it, but you look out for your brother.
Yes.
Well, really, it was the grandfather.
Yeah.
The grandfather taught us one thing, and this goes for all our cousins too. He says, if one fights, you all fight. If one come back and he's not scarred up, and the rest of y'all scarred up, then y'all beat his ass so he can understand how y'all feel right now.
So y'all had a patriarch in the family.
Oh, we had a true patriarch. Don't get me wrong. We had a matriarch too. But we had a true patriarch. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they ruled, they ruled.
Yeah.
There wasn't no backlash from their rule. You've heard me say it before about my grandfather on other shows, Uncle Plug. My grandfather ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, for real. Like,
it's
people. He say something, the whole room just shut up and listen.
Right. If there's no fear factor in the room, when you're grooming men, if there's no fear factor in the room, they're gonna be bitch niggas or they're gonna run them up.
When that man came home, the whole house stopped.
Yeah.
Everybody stopped what he was doing when he came home.
Most men I know who didn't have a fear factor in their life is either a fuck nigga or they run them up.
Yeah.
And they act like they mama.
Yeah, that's right.
They're a hoe. They're a whole hoe out here, and they don't even know it. They masquerading as a man, but they a whole hoe.
Yes. Now look, I do gotta go, y'all. But hey, Plug, like you was talking about family, friends that are like family, man. I got it tatted on me, man. Like, come on now, family first. You feel me? Like it's there. That's what we keep strong. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Some people hit me with but God first. Oh yeah, but I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even have to tell you that.
You
should know.
Let me tell y'all real quick before he get up out of here. I need y'all to do something for me. Go ahead, Cat. Go ahead, Cash. Show them what's good with it.
Oh, you know,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
some
Show them
slight,
what's
some
good with
slight.
it. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, but look, I appreciate
right.
both of y'all, man. Look, I'ma tune in, talk to y'all again. Thank y'all for having me on here, man. Appreciate you, Tez. Definitely gonna be on here again, y'all. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to this, man. Make sure y'all like and tune in again. You feel me? This is all real shit right here.
For sure, though.
All right, y'all. Y'all be
Thanks,
blessed.
yeah, I'll holler at you later. All right.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, there you go. You got to meet my sister-in-law, my brother, and my mama. As you can see, we all good looking. Not just me. I wasn't the only one that got the genes that run strong. We all, I hate to say the worst part is that like we share so much blood. Like all of our we all look pretty similar. Like I know people ain't never seen me with the long hair, although there are plenty of people out there that want me to grow it back. I mean, I probably will one day. I'm trying to get out of corporate America, and as we are well aware of, it's not really the best look for corporate America where I live. Where he lives is completely fine. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all should go ahead and look at some of their lifestyle content so y'all can find out if y'all want to know. But I'm not gonna say it twice.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it twice. But yeah, tap in. What I'm saying. But my brother and her, like they're a huge inspiration to me and others. They've been together since I want to say like 9th grade, 10th grade. We're talking about over 20 years, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like at a young age, over 20 years. But I want to let y'all know. Right now, like that's not the norm.
That is not.
And when we all go out, like when it's a guys' night out, we all know better. You know what I'm saying? We all know better.
You'll never want to put your partner or your family in harm's way. Like I watch how I move, watch what I say when I'm out with my people, because you know what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't want to put them in harm's way to where somebody could end up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Get arrested or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? I always am mindful when I'm around my people. You know what I mean? I'm always mindful, for real, because I don't want to. I'm always the protector, dog. Like this time last year we was in New Orleans for the Bucks game. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time while we was downtown, in on Bourbon and Canal, whatever, I ain't drink. Probably had one beer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm with my childhood homeboy, and I'm playing guard dog. I'm in full attack BDU. You know what I'm saying? Soldier mode. Like watching. I'm in a neutral spot where I can see everybody. You know what I'm saying? So anything kick off, I know where everybody at. You know what I'm saying? Which is one drunk motherfucker that was in the group that kept disappearing and shit. But at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm on, bro. Like, and everybody know that I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no daddy. I play soldier. You know what I'm saying? I play like I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it, bro. That's and I don't want no. I ain't gonna change off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Look, I'm a firm believer in this. That if you're going somewhere with me, man or woman, if you're going somewhere with me, you're in my care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. If y'all couldn't tell, in kindergarten, I was the line leader. In kindergarten, I was the line leader. What that means is y'all got to follow behind me, but that's not y'all just following me. That's me making sure that I lead well.
Yeah.
And I got to put my best foot forward. I got to make sure that I don't fall because everybody behind me will fall. I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. I'm the oldest of 7. I'm the oldest out of all of them. And I'm gonna tell you,
it was in your nature.
Exactly. So when I see stuff like the video that we watched, and she asked the question, "What would you have done?" First of all, I'm coming clean. I'm coming clean. We about to have a powwow. I'm coming clean about it. That's number one. And I'm gonna tell you, hey, this is your business. You better handle your business. But if it's my family member, like they are, then I'm gonna handle your business. So handle your business. We're not about to be at Thanksgiving. We're not about to be at Christmas. We're not about to be here knowing what she did and not say anything about it. We're not about to be over here knowing what you did and not say nothing about it. She's just a loving, doting wife. Not did nothing wrong to you. Fulfills your dreams. That's the reason that y'all are married. We're not doing that. See, I'm not trying to put the focus on man or woman. I'm putting the focus on the relationship partners. Either or. If Plug, if I saw your lady out at the grocery store, I'm gonna be like, hey Plug, you got a friend with a black Tahoe, a brother, a cousin, a niece, a nephew, whatever. Somebody in your family driving around this black Tahoe because your girl was definitely in it. How you know it was my girl? She got a jersey on that say Plug's lady on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something about it, and like it's at that point, it's no longer up to everybody else. It's up to the one that was witnessing it. It's up to the one that said, "Hey, we gonna stand on 2 feet, and we not gonna stand at all."
And most cats be like, "Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing because you know what I'm saying. He gonna side with her, and then they both gonna be at me." See, when somebody say some shit like that to me, bro, like to be real with you. See, the two things that we always say, bro: choose wisely and act accordingly. So at the end of the day, if you think for 1 minute, or I think for 1 minute that you're gonna respond in a negative fashion towards me, you're not my friend. Because at the end of the day, I should be cool enough with you and your counterpart. Man, I made a video a couple years back about like, why don't your homeboy have your old lady number? Why don't you have your homeboy lady number? Why don't, if it's 3 of us, why we don't have each other's ladies' number? Because just in case something happened, who we to call?
Now,
so
I'm a firm believer in keeping everything separate, but this is what I mean by this, right? Now mind you, I'm more of a solo character. And what I mean by more of a solo character is I'm probably not gonna go out in a group with my lady.
But it's different because you have family.
Right. That's what I'm
saying. Instead of having your lady number, I can have your brother number. That's why I'm so keen on the family unit, because now if something happened to Ted, I don't have to call his old lady. I can call his brother.
Like, believe it or not, I do not. So I don't call my sister's husband. I don't call my brother's wife. Now, my sister's husband is like our brother, and my brother's wife is like our sister. But even with that being the case, we're talking about over decades here. Even with that being the case, I'm still going to reach out to my other sister or my other brother before I call one of their wives or husbands.
Yeah.
You know, I call my mom, I call the niece and nephew before I call the husband or the wife. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a big family. As me and you have talked privately, you're starting to see how big my family really is. Right. I mean, my family is huge, and a lot of us are involved with the entertainment industry in one way or another, whether it be in sports, whether it be academia, or whether it be just being a host or something. You know, a lot of us have been involved with all of that. But that's the thing. When you have a family unit that way, a family unit that is, in our case, was built on a dual matriarchy and a dual patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? That was built on, you are instilled with a whole lot of rules and regulations for how you move around between these things. For example, if you want to go mess around on your wife or your husband, please don't do it with your brother and sister-in-law, which is involved. You involve family members in something they shouldn't be involved in. Don't involve the family, the people that became family either. For example, I come down by you. I got me. I got my brother. He got his people. My sister got her people. I got to bring my mama down. My daddy might come down. We all down there with Plug. Plug is family now, right?
Right.
So that means we're not going to do nothing stupid, right?
Right.
And if we do something stupid, Plug might talk to my daddy about it. Yep. Hey, Big Tez. That's who he is. That's Big Tez. I'm Tez Jr. That's Big Tez. You go talk to Big Tez. Hey, Big Tez. Hey, you know I love Tez. Tez off into some freaky right now, and that ain't good for him. Daddy gonna call me. Hey, Junior, where you at? I'm coming. Ain't no such thing as leaving them out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as leaving them out there. That's why that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in my circles, and it doesn't happen in my family. We're not leaving nobody left behind. We came here together. We live together. I don't care what you say. Well, get her phone number if you want to talk to her so bad, but you come home with me.
Mm-hmm.
Plug be like, no, we chilling. No, Plug, you coming too. What you mean? No. I take an Uber. I know you a grown man, but you're not taking no Uber. Not when we've been out. I drove all of us here. I'm driving all of us back.
Hey Ted, I got the slide though, brother.
Oh, we about to end right now. Don't worry about it. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all, I need y'all to go and check out, the Raw Society Collective, as we got it on there. I need y'all to check out Plug's channel. Go check out Uncle Plug TV.
Uncle Plug TV.
Uncle Plug is a regular on the No Middleman podcast on the Souls of Thought channel, and
Yes,
more to come. So go ahead and check out Plug on Instagram and YouTube, and anything you got for the audience.
Oh man, on Kick, I'm What's in Your Wallet, yeah, Uncle Plug TV, Plugavella the Barber on Instagram. Yeah, just check me out, man. And I'm easy to find, man. I'm easy to find. If you want to find me, I'm easy to find. You know what I mean? I'm out here in these internet streets.
Make sure you hit me up for this Monday night game tonight too. All right, we're gonna talk about that too.
I hit you up. I'll be texting. Right. We'll be on the pod, but I'll text you though. I'm be texting you though.
I'll keep you updated with what the scores is.
Yeah. I'm be watching. You know, that's right on the tube right here. I can multitask.
So I mean, y'all go check out Plug. Go Bucks. I see you soon.
Bucks.
All right, y'all. So I think that was enough. I don't think we need any more chat Q&A. I think to answer the question, we answered the question pretty well. In today's episode, we ran down on this Tez Down. We ran down the scandal that's going on with gambling all over professional sports right now. We ran down the BTK, and we saw a story about a woman whose best friend cheated on her husband right there in broad daylight. And we commented on it. We talked about it. We heard a lot. We did a lot today. It's been a good 24, don't you think? I'm always open for topics. If you guys want to send me some topics in my DMs, you know where to find me. I am Soul Reaper24, SOL Reaper24 on Instagram and TikTok. You guys can also find me on YouTube and direct message me there too. My DMs are open. That is the Tez Down. You guys can catch me here. You guys can catch me on some Raw Society stuff that's coming up soon. I'm not privy to let y'all know everything yet. I'm waiting for those guys, mostly conversations with Soft Rain, to go ahead and release a little reel of what she wants and what's about to happen here in the Chi-Town. And I think that y'all should participate in that. I want to thank y'all for sticking with me for so long. For those of you that did, we've been going at it for a little bit now, and it's only going to keep getting better. Y'all got to meet Xandon and Noe at MTG Cash. That's my brother. Y'all got to see a little bit. I'll drop the link in the channel. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to that. We had some Bensters come over. I missed y'all. Thanks for coming by, Bensters. I appreciate you so much. That is the Ben Podcast Network. Make sure you go check out the Ben Podcast Network. If you want the real info on all that stuff that's going on, go check them out. They leave no stone uncovered. You might just see me on there too sometimes, depending on if I can, I don't know, get off work, which means y'all need to bring more people to my channel so I can stop going to work and just be here with y'all. I would love to spend my day with y'all, but I need to be getting paid. I got bills, so we keep the lights on in this fancy building that we've created for ourselves, this alternate reality of Tez Down in Teztropolis. So I want to thank y'all again, man. I appreciate y'all. It's been 24. I'm 24. I'm Tez. This is the Tez Down. This is sports unscripted and culture unfiltered. I'll see y'all in another 24. Thank you.